Hey peeps, welcome back to Snail TV. I've got some bends. We have the turbo, we have the flange. We are ready to make a exhaust manifold. Still have the wastegate coming. It should be here this week, I'm hoping. And everything else we've got. So obviously you've seen the exhaust last time, so I really do have to weld that on as well. But really want to make a manifold and yeah, get it to so we actually have the turbo ready to rock and roll. Also have the intake runners as well, ready to make a plenum up, so we can have that happening as well, and throttle body is on its way as well. Really excited to be working back on the motorbike. Obviously it's a big hitter, everyone's loving it. I'm just waiting on parts, as I said. A couple of weeks ago, I literally just cut the thing up and put the motor in just to see if it would actually somewhat look alright and somewhat fit. I love it. A lot of other guys love it as well. A lot of you hate it. Doesn't matter, but yeah, it is what it is. So how can you not like it when it's got a gigantic turbo hanging off the thing of it? So really looking forward to getting this thing, starting the progress on it. I'm going to be putting this on just little bits. I'll just make manifold, go on to, I'm really trying to get the other things happening as well. Yeah, and then start getting other little bits and pieces done as well. Got a couple little tricky bits and pieces happening with the gearbox. Everyone's asking how we're going to shift it. I did explain what we're going to do. Obviously for that is a little bit technical, so we'll work it out, it's alright. But yeah, apart from that guys, let's get down and dirty and start making some stuff. Alright. Alright guys, so unfortunately the battery did go flat on the GoPro as I was making it, and I did not realise, as I said, I just keep going hammer and tongs at it. And yeah, so I've actually finished it, but I've actually only got half of the footage, unfortunately. I'll just take you through it and tell you what I've sort of done with it. It's fit, everything fits. I don't have any problems with anything, guys, so yeah, I don't know why people have got anything to really say about things ain't gonna fit. So as long as you've got ideas, things, anything can happen, sort of thing. So I'll just grab you now and I'll just come take it. All right guys, so obviously stainless steel tubes that I've got. That there is the standard plate that I've cut off for the headers. So that's not stainless steel, unfortunately. That's only just mild steel. It's only 10mm mild steel. Obviously, when it's bolted on, you do most of your welds then, just so then it won't pull because it is a little bit thinner. So what I've done here, instead of used studs, is actually taken the studs out and actually put in M10s instead. I've actually tapped them out and put M10s because these are cap heads. As I said to you about cap heads, these are high tensile, so these are in 12.2s, I think they are, so these won't snap. Okay, and also you can put a lot of pressure onto these things. Obviously you always will get more pressure, torque, doing it with a nut, so a stud and a nut will always get more pressure. Yeah, obviously to take this out, I wouldn't be able to slide it out. I would have to take the studs out every time, and that'd just be a pain in the bum. Some studs obviously do have the end like a little tiny bit, but they tend to stuff up. So that's how I like doing it, guys. That's how I've always wanted to do it, like that. So as you can see, what we've got. All right, this one here was actually a 2-weld, and I've just weaved it into one, just because. All right, so and obviously, so all I've done is made the two, and then done the ends. After I've done the ends, I've then welded, just tacked, okay, to the my flange, because I've done the flange at the start. You guys see me doing that, and then made everything fit nicely to it. Obviously then took the whole thing out. To take the thing out, obviously you have to take the tank off because it actually comes out of here. It's a lot easier. Then I've actually I've actually cut it straight off down here, just as a straight line. All right. And then what I've done inside then is actually die grinded everything, all the meats inside here, and I've actually welded the meats inside here as well. So meats as in saying, so when they join, that center bit gets welded, and then die grinded nice and sharp. And then, yeah, just so then it's just so it flows nice. When this is off next, I'll give you guys a look, and it is beautiful. It all runs so nice. And yeah, I've actually got on the die grinder real hard, and yeah, into here as well. So these are actually ported out a bit as well, a lot more than what they were originally. Obviously this head's going to be a massive port job as well, and obviously some fresh goodies in the head, but that's later on thing. But just to match it, obviously we've got bigger runners on our exhaust, and obviously going to be on the intake. Okay, so that's to a T6 flange. Obviously it's a GT47, guys, so anything after I think it's a 42, you go to a T6. Okay, so that's what we're looking like, guys. Obviously the only thing left I've got is wastegate and wastegate. I've got a couple of places to go. I can come off of, do a nice hole off the side there, so you won't see the double flange there, the double welding. And then I can come off the side and then into a wastegate here, or I can just come literally straight off the side, because they literally all come into one really good. So I'll see what works best, guys, and I'll see what I can come up with. But I've got a 60mm gate that I've got to fit here as well, and I've got to keep it in here, so somehow anyway, so that should be here this week. So as soon as that comes, then I'm going to finish the exhaust side. But for now, we are pretty much on the intake. So as I said, I'm going to finish this video up. I'm going to make them into different sections for you guys. Just so then you guys have got something to watch every time, you know. But yeah, so yeah guys, so the headers are all done. Exhaust manifolds all done. Yeah, ready to go. Obviously this bad boy is all done as well. You can just see my little tiny tacks there, guys. I'm pretty much just going to TIG weld that on controlled heat, as I said how I do it with the cast, and then just going to keep it as is. But now they're theoretically, guys, the turbo is actually attached to the engine, and I'm just super stoked that it's all fitted really nice. You can see got my pretty good clearance all around, and yeah, everything should be sweet. As I said, the exhaust headers comes off the top instead. Tank comes off and they come out the side. As I said, that's an easy thing. There's 3 little bolts holding the tank on. So yeah, all good guys. So yeah, we're just going to come over here, and we've got some parts over here ready to go. And this is another one that a lot of people say is not going to work either, but I know exactly what I want to do. As I said to you guys, I'm going to remove the studs exactly the same, and put bolts in the whole thing. It's just a lot easier. Yeah, it just so then you can undo the bolts and just either take it off the top or probably won't be able to slide this one on the bottom because I'm going to have a starter there. But yeah, we should be alright to slide off the top again. Just got to make sure we've got enough clearance, that's all. So yeah, easiest thing what we've got to do is just make some sort of intake manifold. So we've got a lot of things that we can do. I've got some pipe here, all right, but as you can see, it's a little bit too thick. All right, and if we do this, we have to actually make the whole thing come down, go up, and then bolt in. It's either that or we do put a flat on here. So then all the intakes can come into a flat, and then yeah, we go from there. But yeah, we've got some debating to do, but all I'm going to do with the runners, guys, is going to cut it back, trim it back on a less of an angle, and then pretty much 45 it straight away, coming straight down. And yeah, we should better get that to work because we've got a lot more room up top here, guys. So that's why I'm hoping we can take it out top, if there's any way that we can. Yeah, we just got a bit of thinking to do. Exactly the same as what we did to the other side. It's just a bit of thinking, bit of common sense of what's going to work and not. Tack first, don't do any welds because you tack. Make sure it comes out, make sure it does what it needs to do, and then start welding. There's no point starting welding everything and then obviously go to take it out and it can't fit. So that's how I like to do things, and that's how you should be doing anyway, but it's just a sort of a common sense thing. But yeah, so we've got a couple of things that we've got to do on this side. So obviously we have a water port here. There'll be a dash 16 fitting coming off of this, or a dash 12, because our dash 12 fittings on these actually work pretty good as well, so there's enough flow. So it's either, yeah, we'll see how much room left we've got. Might have to make some sort of bit coming off, and so we can have the filler coming off of the front or coming out the back, whatever, just so then it's not just a straight coming out the side, because we've got a lot of pipes that we need to get down there. So we have 50 mils. All right, and that's literally, as you can see, guys, that's literally perfect. Go straight onto it. All right. Yeah, obviously they're not 100% circle, they're a little bit more oval, but yeah, this should work real nice. So yeah, pretty happy about that. This is going to be the biggest intake runners you can pretty much fit on here. So yeah, we're going to make it work, guys. Obviously, it's just going to be a little bit of playing around, tacking here and there, and making sure what's going to work. But we have to make it work because obviously we need it to work. Alright guys, I'm going to finish off the video now. Obviously, sorry about the not filming all of it. But unfortunately I did not realise that the GoPro was flat. Yeah, we need to get some more batteries, I reckon. So, but it's all good. As I said, I'll make sure on the intake one that I get as much as possible. So yeah, so we've got obviously a lot of everything's happening at the moment. Got a few bits and pieces tinkering on everything at the moment. The half a boost is going real well. Just waiting on a few lines at the moment. Going to go get some and organising it back and forth. Not quite yet ready to start yet. Getting so close though. And I've just installed the electric shifter on that thing as well, and that looks unbelievable. It's worked just an absolute treat. Yeah, so everything's going well at the moment. Obviously need to get some rooms for it as well, but everything else is all sweet. So once again guys, thanks very much for liking and subscribing. If you haven't, please go do so. And I'll see you on the next video. See you peeps.